Acting Middlesex skipper Chris Rogers closed in on a second successive century on the second day of his side's LV County Championship match with Sussex at Lords, a day on which Middlesex took a firm grip on proceedings. Sussex resumed their first innings on 242 for 8 on the second morning, and James Anyon and Steve McGoffin were able to take their ninth wicket partnership to 36 in the first half a dozen overs. Tim Murtagh then bowled Anyon off the inside edge for 24 to take his fifth wicket of the innings, the first time he's managed that this summer. But the home side were left frustrated as they took 65 minutes to finally bowl Sussex out, with Monty Panesar also helping himself to 15 runs at the end. Having been 66 for 5 at one point, Sussex would have been happy to make 283 in the end, the innings finishing when Gareth Berg had Panesar caught at slip by Ollie Rayner. Murtagh ended with figures of 5 for 55. Middlesex then didn't start their reply particularly well and lost Sam Robson for a duck to the 10th delivery, leg before to an in-swinger from McGoffin, who started brightly. Anyon too was causing some early problems. Joe Denley got away with this nick. It was not the only one. While Rogers left a ball from McGoffin alone to see it pass his stumps a little too close for comfort. This pair of Denley and Rogers had batted together for an age in Liverpool last weekend when they easily saved the match against Lancashire, and before long they were again appearing to be in the comfort zone after Sussex failed to make any more inroads with the new ball. Denley has fitted into this Middlesex top order rather nicely, and he started to play some exquisite shots off both the front and the back foot. Steadily, these two were making Sussex's 283 look a little below par. Denley was first to his 50, which came with a beautifully timed stroke off Navid Arif, which brought him his 8th four from the 85 balls he'd faced. Rogers, who'd batted for 6 hours for his 138 not out at the weekend, now added another 50 runs to that. His also arrived with a boundary, his 5th, in an innings which had thus far lasted 79 deliveries. With both batting with some finesse, Sussex must have started to wonder where their next wicket was coming from, as Denley and Rogers added 145 in 39 overs. Denley had played some wonderful shots but was out when he chose not to play one at all, and was leg before to Panesar's straight ball for an excellent 67. One often brings two, and that happened here as, in the next over, Darvin Milan fended a lifter from Anyon to Ed Joyce in the slips after making only a single. Those wickets had balanced the game up, but Middlesex then dominated the rest of the day before bad light intervened. Owen Morgan is having a rare run in the Middlesex side, and he wants to make the most of it to get into form for the one-day international series. He too played some superb shots, none better than this well-timed hit over the top off Panesar that carried all the way for 6. By the end of the day, Rogers had gone more than 10 hours without getting out, or indeed giving an inkling that he might. This was another masterful performance from the Australian. Morgan also went to his 50 just before the close by hitting the last 2 balls for 4. His half-century had occupied 96 deliveries, and as he and Rogers left in the gloom, they'd batted their side into a position of strength. They'd taken their 4th wicket partnership to 77, a stand dominated by Morgan, who'll resume on 52 with Rogers on 93, 7 away from that second successive century. His side have made 229 for 3, and that means that they are now only 54 runs behind with 7 wickets in hand. They'll want a big lead from here in their first innings.